Welcome back, everyone. So today, we're turning your daily passions into a literal secret code for mastering English grammar. If you've ever felt like building vocabulary or, nailing down those tricky grammar rules as a total chore, well, this explainer is going to completely change your perspective. We're looking at how the things you already absolutely love doing, your hobbies, are actually the ultimate tools for leveling up your language skills. I mean, think about it. You can literally learn English just by setting your favorite video games to English. Sounds almost too easy, right? But hey, if you play online, you're interacting with native English speakers in real time. You're completely immersing yourself in the language without ever opening a textbook. You're reacting, listening, communicating, all in this high-stakes, super fun environment. That's what we like to call hobby hacking. To get us there, here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Hobbies in English combined. 2. The verb form formula. 3. Perfecting prepositions and actions. 4. Saying no with style. And finally, 5. Joining the conversation. Let's get into it. Okay, starting off with section 1, hobbies and English combined. Immersion in everyday life. We often think learning only happens sitting at a desk, but real fluency, that comes from bringing English right into your everyday life. What's really cool is just how accessible this kind of immersion is. Look at music, for example. Pulling up the lyrics to your favorite songs or belting out some karaoke. That perfectly trains your listening skills. And actually, quick pro tip here. This is a fantastic time to practice your object pronouns. When you're talking about your favorite singers or musicians, instead of repeating their names over and over, you just use object pronouns. Say, I love them, or I listen to him every single day. If you're talking about a whole genre, like jazz or rock, you just use it, like I can't get enough of it. See? It just makes your English sound so much more natural. And then on the flip side, we've got movies and TV series. Watching with subtitles helps you catch new expressions, while turning them off, well, that's the ultimate test for your ear. Moving right along to section 2, the verb form formula, cracking the grammar code. Because to talk about all these awesome hobbies you're doing, you kind of need the right structural code. Take a look at this chart. When you're expressing your interests, English gives you a few distinct paths, and recognizing these patterns is it's everything. Let's do a quick rhythmic burst of examples, okay? Path 1, verb plus 2 plus the verb, like I love to swim. Path 2, verb plus the next verb ending in ing. I love swimming. Now notice that strong verbs of emotion, words like love and hate, they can take either form. I hate to work out or I hate working out are both totally fine. But here is the critical exception, the word enjoy. Enjoy strictly uses the ing form. You can say I enjoy reading, but you absolutely cannot say I enjoy to read. You definitely want to lock that rule into your memory. Now here's a crucial point, a super common error that trips up a lot of learners. Look at the difference between these two sentences. I'd like to find a piano teacher versus I like to find a piano teacher. Remember, I'd like is short for I would like, which really just means I want. It expresses a specific desire for the future. I like, on the other hand, well, that just states a general ongoing fact about your preferences. Grammatically, they mean very different things. So be super careful not to drop that tiny little d when you're stating what you actually want to do. All right, section 3, perfecting prepositions and actions, linking your ideas. Let's step up to the next rule level and look at those tiny linking words. Okay, here's the golden rule for you. Preposition plus verb plus ing. Whenever you use a preposition, words like at, in, about, or for, the action verb that comes immediately after it literally must take an ing ending. Check out the examples. I'm good at drawing. You can't say good at draw. Or I'm not interested in skiing. Rely on that visual pattern recognition. If you see a preposition, just get ready to tack that ing onto your next verb. And this brilliantly illustrates our next learning tip, word chains. Because to sound truly fluent, you don't want to just speak in short, choppy sentences, right? You want to link your ideas together. By using that preposition rule we just talked about, we can chain our hobbies. Step 1, I'm good at. Step 2, playing the guitar. Step 3, and. Step 4, writing poetry. Notice how smoothly that flows? I'm good at playing the guitar and writing poetry. You're taking that core grammar rule and just stretching it out to express a complex, connected thought about your life. Which brings us to section 4, saying no with style, polite conversations. Now that we've totally mastered those strict grammar codes, let's shift gears a bit into conversational nuance. Let me ask you this directly, right now. Are you into winter sports, like skiing? I want you to think actively about your answer for a second. If you absolutely hate the cold, your instinct might be to just say no. But in everyday English conversation, a blunt no can sometimes sound, well, a little bit harsh, or it can even shut down the conversation entirely. So, how would you respond naturally but politely? Here's the secret. You add softeners. Look at these polite responses. Instead of a hard negative, try saying, not really, or, well, no, or even a slightly hesitant, no. Adding not really just completely softens the blow of a negative answer. It makes you sound so much more friendly, approachable, and just conversationally fluent. Like if someone asks if you can paint, saying, not really, I'm not very artistic, keeps the tone super light and actually opens the door for them to ask what you are good at instead. Almost at the finish line. Section 5. Joining the conversation. Applying your new skills. It's time to release you into the wild to apply all this to real-world situations. Check out these actual online forums where hobbyists gather. If you look closely, they're using the exact verb forms we just talked about. We have someone saying, I'd like to do something outdoors, but I'm not interested in running. Boom, that's our exact preposition rule in the wild. And in the responses, someone suggests going onto a geocaching website to find hidden items outdoors. In another post, someone says, I enjoy knitting and I make some really cool hats. I'd like to sell them. Notice how they correctly used enjoy knitting with the ing ending, and I'd like to sell to express a desire. They're taking their passions and connecting with other people using the exact same grammar formulas we've decoded today. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. What are your actual interests? Is it rock climbing, video editing, maybe collecting vintage records? Whatever it is, you now have the tools to talk about it like a pro. As you figure out how you're going to link your passions together in English today, remember your new toolkit. Use to plus the verb for things you love, strictly use ing for things you enjoy, and always tack an ing onto verbs that follow prepositions. Oh, and don't forget to use those object pronouns, them, him, her, it, when you're raving about your favorite artists or music genres to sound super natural. Try writing out a word chain for your own hobbies right now using these formulas. Turn your everyday passions into your daily English practice, and you'll find yourself mastering this language faster than you ever thought possible. Thanks for hanging out and learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.